I'm fizzing for this one, folks. Finns and Dolphins, Thursday night, for two reasons. One, I think we're going to get a bit of value in Penrith in the betting markets here. But two, we get to see Isaiah Katoa go up against Nathan Cleary.
Yeah.
The best halfback in the game right now versus who I think is the best young halfback prospect coming through. The thing that these two guys do differently than any other half in the game right now is their little tempo changes when they get on the ball. Catch the ball from first receiver, drifting across field, the little changes in speed and tempo, where the ball's being held, where they're looking, where their head's facing, the way they turn their hips, to fake dropping guys back underneath, fake dummy to the decoy lead runners before passing out the back. I think Cleary put McLean through for 2 clean line breaks last week against the Cowboys, and Katoa's been doing it all year for the Dolphins. They've had a slow start, as we've spoken about, but little double pumps and tempo changes. He put Felice Kafusi through half a hole last week. So, yeah, I think it's going to make for a really enjoyable matchup here. Two classy halfbacks. Who can get it right before and afterward? That's going to be the question.
Katoa's from the Penrith system, isn't he? So that's a little bit of a extra layer to it.
Yeah, he was their star rookie, star playmaker coming through, and Redcliffe pinched him. And, yeah, he's a very, very good player. So, yeah, looking at those guys to get on the ball, tempo changing as they're drifting across field and picking up different options. But, yeah, it's probably Penrith for me here, I think.
Well, I was watching that Titans-Finns game last week, and they interviewed Wolfie before the game. They're like, what do you need from Katoa this week? And he said, I really want to see him running the ball a bit more. And I think that really did open up his game against the Titans a bit more. Like just that little bit of doubt in the defender's line. Is he going to just hit this up or give it out? I thought that was his best game last week, and I really hope he improves again this week because I want to see Katoa shred.
Well, the threat of that run as well, and that plays into those tempo changes. If he's slowing to drop a guy underneath and then he quickly speeds up and takes 2 steps towards the defence, that's a run threat. And if he is running early in the game, the defence is going to slide and compress in, and then the spaces will open up on the edges.
Setting it up for passes later.
I think so, yeah.
So do you think Penrith bounce back this week?
I think so. They made 7 line breaks against the Cowboys last week. They keep leaving points out there. Their error rates and their penalty counts, not what we've come to expect from them, but their systems are still right. They're still doing the right things. They're just not executing. I think they can get the job done here. I like their right edge. Isaac Tungo, Paul Alamotti, I think are both good try scorer options. And I'm going to take Penrith 13 plus here.
13 plus.
Yeah, I'm going to back them to kick into gear. Yeah.
It makes sense, but we've tipped Penrith almost every week. What did you say today? 41 missed tackles last week.
Yeah. Look, their missed tackle numbers are always higher because they defend, they get up really nice and high, and they're happy to be bumped off or to miss tackles because it forces the attack to go back inside or to take run options. So, yeah, the Penrith's missed tackle counts are always a little bit misleading, but it's high. It's higher than we've come to expect. But, yeah, I think Edwards back this week. Sorensen back this week as well. I think if Cleary can get on the ball, I think Penrith Panthers 13 plus is value.
I think you've convinced me there. That makes a lot of sense. We've had a week off from talking about the Bronx, which means
we're back.
We can have a week without talking about the Bronx.
We can't not talk about them this week, mate.
Oh, man, I know I'm a very one-eyed, biased Broncos supporter. Let's get that out of the way again.
Very big of you to admit, mate.
But just seeing the way that they're carrying themselves on the field these last few weeks, I'm excited. Yeah. I genuinely think we could do this year.
You got the cattle there. The systems are good too. You're doing all the right things. I think you look very purposeful.
Yeah,
you're going ahead. We saw in round 5 when it works right. When you get it right, the points are going to pile up. The little ruck shapes, we talked about it on the podcast this week, but that Xavier Willison try, so good. That's the best.
Beautiful footy.
That's the best rugby league try I've seen this year. Corey Pake's doing a really, really good job at deceiving markers and engaging A and B defenders to create space around that kind of B and C or C and D defender. It's ominous for the Roosters attack. I think for the Roosters defense. We sat here last week and we looked at some value in the Rabbitohs middle. Tavita Tola crashed over under the posts untouched. That's exactly the kind of stuff that Pakes has been doing from behind the ruck. So it's difficult to find which one it's going to be.
Yeah.
But there's some value in, I'm going to have a bit of money on Payne, bit of money on Paddy Carrigan.
No.
And on Corey Pakes here as well.
Paddy's only got like 2 tries to his name.
Yes.
Full stop.
Yes, he was a distributor for a lot of that time playing lock. I think he's he's still being that main ball distributor through the middle, but in good ball, he's as good a crash target as anything. So yeah, happy to have a bit of coin on those 3 guys.
Yeah. You've just,
throw at the dartboard.
Just rattled me. Yeah. I'm just trying to think about which forward I might take there,
Willison is appealing as well.
Hard to argue.
They're obviously trying to play for him at the moment. So
I might throw a dart out there and take Corey Jensen just quietly.
Yep.
I think that would shape that'd pay very nicely.
It'd probably be double figures.
Do you think it's this is the second time the Broncos have faced the Roosters this year already.
Rematch. Didn't go well for the Chooks last time.
Do they go in with the same tactic and battle plan, do you think?
Yeah, there are some little changes. The Chooks, by all reports, are going to drop Chad Townsend.
The turnstile.
Which is a big call. He hasn't been great, but you need an experienced half. And Dom Young looks like he's on the outer as well. I can probably understand that one a little bit more. Marky Mark needs to be in the team somewhere, and Billy Smith is a genuine first grader when he's fit as well.
He looked good last week.
Yeah. I think I'm expecting Chooks. I've been not high on them, but I've been supporting the Chooks all year in terms of I think they'll be there in the back end. But this is Brisbane's game to lose, I think.
Is this another 13 plus?
No, miss me with that. I'm happy to find some value in those middle forwards. We're already chasing $10 try scorers. We'll leave it at that.
Brisbane 1-12 for Oscar. You've heard it here first. And there's one other game you want to discuss.
I do.
And it's not one that looks interesting to me. I'll be the first to say that. Parramatta versus Canberra.
Yes.
Is that one of the Perth games? I don't think it is.
No, it's
I'm
not.
talking out of my ass.
I think we're on Sunday afternoon.
Saturday night.
Saturday night,
but
sorry.
not Perth.
Not Perth. Look, Parramatta got away with one last week, I thought. Dragons missed a lot of opportunities to close out that game, but credit to the Eels for getting the monkey off their back. First win of the year. I don't know if they can go 2 from 2. We just talked about the Broncos' repeatable actions around the ruck in terms of they've got these systems. They know they're getting to this spot and they've got this shape. They can choose different options in that shape. The Raiders, their attack is so unorthodox. I've spoken about this on here before, but they repeatedly put themselves into positions to score unrepeatable tries.
Yeah, that's really true. Because you talk about that Willison try as being the best one you've seen this year.
Yep.
Repeatable, as we've talked about. I thought that match-winning one from, Seb Chris at the end was one of the best, but there's no chance in hell you're going to do that the same situation twice in a row.
Entertainment stakes, you're 100% right. That was an incredible try. A left centre scoring a try down the right tram line as the siren goes. Yeah. Unreal.
Do it again.
It makes it hard to back the Raiders because you're just not sure when it's going to come off like that and when it's not. But what they do in the lead up, they've got guys that are always reloading on the play, always looking to support in second phase. It's not a coincidence that the Raiders score these insane tries like this, probably more often than other teams. I'm happy to be with the Raiders here. I think we're getting about $1.50 for them head-to-head against the Eels.
Yep.
I like their right edge, Matt Timoko, and I like under 47.5 total match points.
That all seems pretty good to me. Let's pull our finger out now and put a multi together. They've been horrendous the last few weeks.
Mate, we've been looking in the right areas. We just can't bloody land one. A bit like the Penrith attack.
But just like Nathan Cleary's grubber to whoever that was in that Cowboys game, we're going to put one on the money here and we're going to back a winning multi. Where are we going?
Give me Penrith 13 plus.
Yep.
Give me the Bronx head-to-head. And give me under 47.5 total match points for the Raiders.
Don't mind that at all. Alrighty. Well, fingers crossed.
Let's go.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website